it's Sarah's Stamping Retreat. Today we're going to be creating a fun light up card, and we're going to be using lights from Chibitronics, and we're going to be using this telephone, this gorgeous stamp set that came free with last month's Creative Stamping magazine. I'll link it in the description below because at the time that I'm filming this it's still available, and it's a really fun kind of like friendship themed one. There's loads of like shopping and cocktails, the cute phone, some shoes, that kind of thing, but it's got nice kind of friendshipy type sentiments like let's catch up soon, don't be a stranger, sending love, but it's also got like your happy birthday, things like that. So it's a really useful stamp set. So I'm going to create the focal point for our card first, which is obviously this telephone, and I've used this nested scalloped frame die set which I use all the time from Alex Siberia Designs. I've used one of the stitched rectangles and one of the scalloped rectangles. I'm going to heat emboss this in black onto this white cardstock. I want to heat emboss that in black. And then while I'm heat embossing, I'm also just going to use little press me in a circle that goes round it. And that's from this little interactive stamp set from Fawn. So I'm going to heat emboss that with my bright white Superfine embossing powder. I actually did it twice to see which one came out best. Sometimes it can be quite hard to line things up when you're using clear embossing ink. So we're going to go with this bottom one. I think that lined up better, and I'm just going to cut that out with circle die. So I'm going to punch this before I colour it, just in case it doesn't go quite right. So I want my light to go in the middle of the telephone, and then I want to line this up on here because I also want to punch a hole in the same place on the black piece. So I'm just going to draw a hole with my pencil, and then I'm going to punch that again. So then I've cut another piece the same size as this, and I'm going to make a mini circuit on here. So I'm going to line this up over the top, and we're going to trace the hole through to there, because then I know that's where I want my light. So then I've got this little stencil, and I can see that my positive side is the big side here, and the negative side is the pointy side of this. So I can put this little piece, which is the same shape as my lights, over here, and then I know that this is the positive and this is the negative. So then I've got this little set that comes with 5 battery holders, 5 of these switches, and some tape as well. So I'm going to put my battery holder in this corner because that's where I want to be able to press. Your battery always wants to go where you need to press the light on. So I'm going to pop that down there, and then self-adhesive. I'm just going to put that in the corner. It doesn't matter that it's hanging over a little because this is going to cover it up. And then this is going to be a super simple circuit today. So I'm going to grab my tape. You get 10 meters of this tape in a roll, so it lasts for ages. And it's self-adhesive, so it's really easy to apply. And all I'm going to do is cover up this negative part of the switch, and then I'm going to move it so that then I can cover the negative part of where I've drawn on my light. And then I'm going to cut it, so you can see that's really easy. We've just gone negative to negative, and then we're going to do the same on the positive side. So the positive side, I want this to come up the inside. I'm just following this line on the inside of the battery, then it's going to go down this side of the switch, and then I'm just going to turn it so that it can cover that positive side of the light that we drew. So you can see that that's really easy, and all we've used is that much of the tape, so that's going to last us for ages. So then I'm going to put in my battery holder, that's just there, and then I've got some inexpensive cell batteries. I'm going to pop that in there, and I'm going to go with a yellow light. You can tell it's yellow because it's got a Y on it. So this is a mix pack, but you can buy these lights in all different varieties, so you can just get the colours on their own, but this one's got 6 white, 4 red, 4 yellow, 4 blue, 4 pink, 4 orange and 4 green on it. So you get a whole mixture, so it's a nice pack to have because it means you can play a lot with it. So then I'm going to line this up. So obviously the big side with the positive sign on it is going to go on this side, and I want it to cross over this tape, and then the negative side is going to go over here, and the light is going to go where I drew that bit in the middle. So now if I close this, you can see that's going to light up yellow. So I've labelled that up, and I'll put a photo of it on my blog as well, so that if you're creating it then it's easy to follow along with. And then I don't want to waste the rest of this now I've finished using it, so I'm going to chop it up. So then I'm going to pop these pieces of foam just around the edge of my circuit. And obviously they're going to be just the right height for the battery holder because they're part of the same packaging. So I'm just going to quickly colour in the telephone. So then I'm going to glue these together, making sure that I line up that hole. So then I'm going to remove the other side of the backing from this. And then I'm going to add this over here. And I'm switching that switch on as I do it, so that it lines up in place. And then I want to add my little press me button on down here. So then I've got some scraps of pastel coloured cardstock, and I'm just going to pop them across my card in stripes. And I can just cut the excess off the side. And then I'm going to use this cute "I'll always answer your call" stamp from the same stamp set as the telephone. And I heat emboss that in white. So then I'm going to glue this onto my card. And then I'm going to pop some foam pads behind my sentiment as well. And then we've got this really fun card. So I really hope that you've enjoyed today's video creating this light up card with me. If you did, I'd really appreciate you clicking like below, and you can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also notify you when I've got a new video available. All of the products that I've used for today's card are listed in the description below, and there's also a link there to my blog where you can find a picture supply list if that helps you find what you're looking for. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.